just me. Tales of a free spirit, I'm just me. I'm just me.
Hey y'all. I'm sorry, but welcome back to season 2, episode 5 of 𝙲'𝚃𝚃, Tales of a Free Spirit. Okay, you guys. This has been a weekend for Shay and I. It has. But we are pioneering. We're here. We're a day late, but we're not $1 short. It is what it is. It's still, y'all still gonna see it on Thursday. Shout out to the editor. But yeah, it's been a weekend. You know what's so annoying? Also, okay, so yeah, we got into a little squabble this weekend, right? But anybody that knows, okay, so let me just, for people that don't know me, I was like aggressive as a kid. Shut up, Shay. I'm giving you guys a backstory. So I used to be like an aggressive kid in school because like I was, you know, and I had a voice that was like, you know, so I don't know, I just was a little bit of a fighter. But I don't fight. Like, I don't fight. Have I fought since being an adult? Yes. But I haven't fought in years. Like, we don't fight. Shay and I go out all the time. We don't ever fucking fight. I don't know what the hell happened over the weekend. So what had happened was, bitch, we was fucked up. We were having a ball, drunk as hell, lit, had not one but 2 bottles, and then went downtown to the bar drinking. We was litty, okay? And so it was me, Shay, and then our friend Samantha. I'm gonna call her Samantha because she didn't say if I could say her name or not. But yeah, we went to the lake, was drinking, and then we went to back to the liquor store because we drank all the rest of that bottle. So we went back to the liquor store, got another bottle, and then we went back to the house to freshen up, and then we went downtown. And we wasn't even like planning on to go anywhere, but we ended up going to a bar and was drinking there. But we was having a ball. Like, that's what we do. We just kick it. So we're waiting by the bar that we was kicking at the whole time we was pretty much down there. And then these young bitches come, it's like 6 or 7 of them. I lost count after 5, but I know it wasn't like more than like 8. So in my brain, I'm saying 6 or 7. Because after it was 5, I was like, oh, no. I don't know. So I don't know. We was drunk, but like, so the girls was arguing with, there was one girl and she was arguing with this dude. And words was exchanged, and somehow me, Shay, and Samantha were arguing with the bitches. So I was trying to let the girls know that we did not know this dude because they was just assuming that our friend Samantha knew the nigga. So I'm like, no, we don't know them. And anybody that I rock with, like, you're not finna step to my friends. You're not finna you're not finna get within arm's reaching me because we're gonna fight. Like, if it's hostile, I'm not good with hostility. I'm not. If I feel under attack, I'm going to fucking fight. That's just how I am. I don't, but that makes sense though, right? So I wasn't in the wrong. But so I'm pulling Samantha because Samantha, we're all arguing. So I'm pulling Samantha and I'm like, no, like, don't nobody know him. So one of the bitches was like, I know y'all don't know him. And I'm like, okay, well, get your fucking friend because I'm getting mine. So you need to get the fuck yours and quit talking to me. Yeah. But that's true. Like, why are you get her? Like, why aren't you getting her and I'm getting mine? You know? Cool, whatever. So then they walk off and then, because they're following this dude. So we like, okay, cool. So they walked off. It's like 6 of them. They walk off. It's cool. So then next thing we know, these bitches is coming back. So the first time before they like passed us, I had already took off my shoes and my earrings, bitch. I was like, because what's that? Like, what is y'all doing? But they wasn't coming towards us. They was walking past us following the dude. So that was cool. But I still felt hostile because it's a lot of y'all. Like, it was a lot of them. So, it's 3 of us. What is you finna do? So I already had my shoes off, my earrings off. But when I saw the group of bitches, they came back like 2 minutes later. So I grabbed all our phones and I grabbed Samantha's purse and I tried to put them in a corner. So, oh, and mind y'all, it was 2 police officers right next to us. So it wasn't like we was right in front of police officers when all this shit happened. And so the bitches came back and then they're like talking shit to us. So I'm telling the cops, I'm like, you need to get them, because it's 1,000 of these hoes, 3 of us, and we finna fight. Like, I'm telling them, like, if you don't get them, we're gonna fight. So they just literally, I swear to God, I cannot make this shit up. The police are just standing there like this. Like, they wanted to see a fucking fight. Oh, fine. So as one of the girls was walking up, I pushed Samantha behind me, and I'm like, I ended up hitting the girl. So the girl was walking up, doing that square up bullshit. Bitch, I'm hitting you. So I hit her. Boom, we all start fighting. Bitch. It was a ball, fun as fuck. Until me and Shay fell. So so when I hit the girl, I slammed her up against the car too, right? And mind you, it's like 6 of them. And so we fighting, but it was cool. Like, it wasn't like, bitch, we good. Like, it wasn't no thing, but we was drunk as fuck. So I didn't realize how much balance I did not have. So Shay was kind of like next to me, but she was like behind me. And so when I stumbled, we both fell back. So when we fell back, all the bitches basically was gunning for Samantha. So we had to get back up. It happened for like 2 seconds. It wasn't like, it happened. The whole fight happened real fast. I just happen to always have outer body experiences, so I always know what happens or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just weird, but I always have outer body experiences. But anyway, so when I see that because they wasn't even coming to us. Like, I don't know if it's because we was low-key probably really beating their ass or what, but it was like, okay, Samantha, these bitches fell. You finna just did for Samantha. So we get back up and I pulled this one bitch's hair ponytail. Like, I tried to grab her, but I pulled her ponytail. I hit another bitch. Shay tries to push another bitch and tumbles her. So this is how fucked up we were. And tumbles. Next thing you know, we all getting maced. Me, Shay, and Samantha. Bitch, when I say I got maced straight in my motherfucking mouth, that was crazy. We was lit. But I'm just glad that, like, we was able to take them little hoes, because it was quite a bit of them. And I was just, like, trying to read the room. Like, I didn't really want to fight, but y'all not finna walk up on us. And I feel like they only did that because they know it was 3 of us. But it was just crazy how the cops didn't do shit. And then we're older. Like, we're not 22 and 19 and 21. Like, we're, you know,
ID say under 20.
Bitch was under 21. So it's like, we're tired. Like, that took the rest of the whole fucking weekend. Like, we was out of commission. Like, sore as fuck. Just sleep as fuck. Just all that. But yeah, that's what happened over the weekend. We got into a fight. Downtown is different. Yeah, it's just been a long time since we fought. So, but this is another one for me and Shay. It's our second fight in our 35,000 year long friendship of us fighting together. Yeah, you got a friend that be fighting for you, ho? I'm just playing. So yeah, that was that weekend. Downtown's different. But we're finna go ahead and get into the key with a cocktail, because that shit else happened over the weekend. We've been sleep, sore, eyes been burning. That's it, literally. Yeah, so that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and key with a cocktail. Oh, we ain't got no cocktails to key with, so I've been sipping this. I have a shot. Shay's out of commission, so she's not drinking. So yeah, we just keying with whatever the fuck I feel like keying with. And I got water, because yeah, it's been a weekend. But first thing I want to talk about is run with that Nina. Spoken on Keisha. Cash out. So while we was all paying attention to Diddy and his ass getting off, We should have been paying attention to cashing out, because that nigga's, all his charges was sticking. So yeah, Cash Out is a rapper that we all know from back in the day. He's from Atlanta. This nigga just got sentenced on the 21st, I believe it was the 21st, to life in prison plus 70 fucking years. For what, you might ask? Oh, I'm glad you asked, because I wrote it down. His charges were RICO, sex trafficking, and aggravated sodomy. What the fuck is aggravated sodomy, you ask? Because I had to look that up, because what's the difference? So when I looked up the difference between regular sodomy and aggravated sodomy, I found out that there's a law that was passed in 2003 stating that two people having consensual sodomy is not a problem. So that's pretty much, yeah. So it's aggravated sodomy. Aggravated sodomy is when you are basically raping somebody through oral or anal sex, or even if it's with like a utensil. So that's what Cash Out was doing. He was forcing bitches to suck his dick, or, forcing people to have anal sex. He also had a prostitution ring. And it wasn't just him, and it was his mother and his cousin. Yeah, his mom was sentenced to 20 plus 10 years for sex trafficking and the prostitution ring. She tried to say that she didn't know what her son was doing and what her nephew was doing. She just assumed it was the label, but they had a lot of text messages incriminating her. So they gave her 20 years plus another 10. His cousin, Tyrone T., he got life as well, plus 60 years for basically all the same charges that Cash Out had. So yeah, and they're all going to be served consecutively, meaning 1 year after another. It's not going to be no break. So yeah, that's crazy. So shout out to him. I know he is pissed. But you know what's crazy? I was looking at when they read the verdict and stuff. Right before that, he was slapping fives. Like, he was lit, having a ball. Like, he wasn't just on trial for RICO, fucking sex, aggravated sodomy, sex, prostitution ring, all these type things. But yeah, like, he was lit. But then when they gave the verdict, that smile slowly faded. But yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Okay, next one. Nicole. This is a sad ass fucking key. When I look at my notes, these are sad. So in 2021, Nicole Johnson was pulled over with a lady who was mentally unstable. And so the cop pulled her over. I think he was black. And he was basically like saying that her tags wasn't matching the car. Like, she had fake plates and she had no registration and she had no license or something. So he was gonna tow the car and cite her. So shit would have been cool, I think. Like, shit would have been cool. But when he was like, yeah, take out all the shit that you want or whatever, because we're gonna have to search the car, which is facts, because I've gotten pulled over before and they do that. Like, if they're finna tow your car, they'll go through all your shit to make sure your shit's good, which, that's another story for another day. But yeah, so in the midst of him like saying that, he was cool, like he wasn't even really tripping on her, but she was like making his wheels turn, because she was like, well, after this, I'm in 5 days, I'm not gonna be here, and it doesn't matter, this is my last time as a free woman, So the cop is like, and the mentally unstable woman, she just like, I'm ready to go home. Can you call my people to come get me? Like, I ain't wanna be here, So the cop is like, what the fuck? So in the midst of all that, he smells like a really strong stench, right? So he's saying like, you need to go through these bags, because before that, a second squad car pull up. So the second squad car pull up, and he pulls this little homie to the side, his coworker, and was like, dude, do you go by her trunk, like, some smell fucking disgusting. And then the narrator was like, they know a dead body smell when they say it, but they never said that. Like, the cops themselves didn't say that. They just say it's a really strong odor. So dude, and he was like, man, something off with this lady, like she being real weird. So then they was like, okay, well, one of them was gonna distract her, and like they were gonna basically get her to go through all the shit. So now they're like, okay, go through all the bags, like, cause she had like a big ass garbage bag, and she had like a suitcase or whatever. So then they're like, we need you to cut through all this shit. Like, we need to go through it. So the whole time she's cutting through all the shit, or the police is helping her cut through all the shit, and she's like talking, trying to be distracting. But the main dude whose camera we was watching, whose body cam we was watching, he was not going. Like, he just knew something wasn't right with her. So he's like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking about. I need to see like inside these bags, because she's like, it's just towels, it's not nothing, it's not nothing. He like, nah, I need to see this, baby girl. Yeah. So boom, 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 boom. So they get to the fucking suitcase. So he like, yeah, open your suitcase. So she opens a suitcase, a little girl. When I tell you, all them niggas, the main dude whose body cam was watching, he started praying. He was crying. Like, I mean, you're supposed to think about it. Like, their reactions is what was like crazy. Like, it was fucking sad. And then, so another cop car ends up pulling up. And so they're like trying to calm all the officers down, because they got kids themselves. Somebody's kid was turning 5. So like one of the officers like, that's a 5-year-old. Like, all right, but okay, I'm not trying to discredit him, but dude, that one, right? Like, okay, he's like, no, that's a 5-year-old for sure. My daughter turns 5 on Saturday. Like, you okay? But the girl was 7 years old, but she only weighed 16 pounds. The baby girl was malnourished, but she had maggot. Like, she looked disgusting. I didn't see it, but the way they were describing it, she was covered in maggots, covered in a blanket that was covered in maggots. Her face was sunken in. They thought she was white, so that's how pale she looked. Yeah. So then they're like, what the fuck? So right when they discovered the body, the black girl tries to run off. They caught her ass. She's like, okay, no, for okay. So then now everybody's just like praying. There's another nigga that was praying to his Allah. Like, it was crazy. So detectives come on the scene now. So when the detectives come on the scene and they find out what happened, they're like, we need to go through the rest of her shit. So they go through the rest of her shit, and they found a little boy who was, I think he was 5. And she said that the little girl died a year prior to her being found. And then she said the little boy died a few months prior to him being found. So they don't, like, the year one is correct, but I didn't look further into if she was telling the truth about when the little boy died. But she was saying that she don't really know how he died. She, like, as far as I read, they didn't know. Like, she didn't ever just admit. She said something about a cut on his leg, but it wasn't, they didn't know if it was relative to his cause of death. And as far as the little girl, she was saying that, and I didn't tell you guys this, they were her niece and nephews. So 2019, her sister had gave her niece and nephew to her to take care of, and I guess she was trying to get the kids back, but she never heard back from her sister. I don't know how true that is, because bitch, why can't I get my kids back? Like, that's crazy, but ain't no telling if she already killed them. But then I'm like, why wouldn't you call it, like, you know, like, why wouldn't you do more?
They said she was talking to the sister, like the kids were still alive, but they was dead.
Oh, so the sister wasn't like stuck on trying to get her kids? That's that. Yeah, I don't like that. But all right. So she was saying that the kids weren't taken care of. That's why she had them. But when the autopsy was saying that they was already malnourished, like, you wasn't taking care of them either. But I guess she said that the cause of death for the little girl was that she was doing something, she had no business, or going through some shit, and she hit her, and the little girl fell, bumped her head, and that's how she died. And she just hid her from the public. So I think that she beat that little girl to death, and I think she did the same thing with the little boy. So, cause she don't even seem right now. Cause they're both decomposed, just bad as fuck. That's why. But I didn't remember seeing it I don't remember reading or seeing an autopsy about when the son died.
Then she's crazy. You see when she had the bears on the bed.
Oh my God, yes. So when they went to go to her hotel room, she had a bear. It was like on one bed it was made up, and then it had like a two bears with a blue ribbon and a pink ribbon, like in the memory of type shit. Like, bitch, what? So how long they been like that? Crazy. But yeah, she got 50 years, I think. Yeah, she got 50. She was sentenced to 50 years. I think she just got sentenced. That's why everything got was being resurfaced, because this happened she got caught in 2021. So I think everything was being resurfaced because she just got sentenced to 50 years. I didn't even want to talk about this because I don't know. So basically, Julian Brown, they tried to say he was missing because he was able to create gas from plastic waste. He's not missing. He is found. He's safe. I honestly, a part of me really wants to believe it's a hoax, because if you look into like the oil or the gas, whatever, it's a $4.2 trillion business. It's a lot of fucking money. And I think that if he really did that shit, I think he would have been dead. Like everybody, that one dude, the one black dude, there was two people, a white dude and a black dude, that was able to have your car running off of strictly water. And one of them was poisoned, the other one was shot, I think. So, like, quick as fuck. So I just don't see him living. Like, I just don't think that I don't think they will be doing much watching. They would probably have killed him by now. Especially if he's out by himself. Like, dude, it's just, you're a mark. So I don't know if I believe his story. But it might be true, but I just don't think it is. I think it's a game. I think he's playing. Cause that's crazy. Like, why are you're by yourself in the middle of, you're basically telling them to come get you. I don't get it. So if he did create gas off of strictly fucking plastic waste, why would you film it like that? Like, why wouldn't you patent it? Like, I would move differently if I was fucking serious, especially knowing that people are being murdered behind shit like that. I mean, who's the motherfucker that about the electricity? What's his name? They killed him and took all his shit, and that's another story. I might talk about that for one of my End of the Stars. But yeah, so I just think like people kill for less, and in his case, he's dealing with a corporation that, you know, makes $4.2 trillion a year. Nigga, you would have been dead. So I just don't know if I believe it. Also, they said Krishana's transitioning into a man. The bitch needs help. I'm not talking about her. All right, let's move on to It's in the Stars. So this segment, I'm going to be talking about the retrogrades. I decided to just talk about the retrogrades because there are a few planets that are in retrograde, and I just thought it'd be interesting just to know how they affect you, if they affect you, and how you can find out if they affect you. Okay, so I'm going to give you the astronomy scientific version of what a retrograde is, and then we're going to get into the astrology part. Okay, so what is a retrograde? A retrograde is an optical illusion motion caused by Earth passing a slower moving planet, making the planet look like it's moving backwards. So the slower moving planet would be whatever planet that is in retrograde. So if it's Mars, or I don't want to say Mars, if it's Mercury, because Mercury is in retrograde, then that's what Earth is passing, and that's why it's making it look, it's moving slower than Earth is, and that's why it gives you the illusion that it's moving backwards, but it's really not. But it feels like it is. So that's what the scientific astronomy definition is. So a retrograde for the planet. So I'm gonna try to talk about so there's a lot of planets that go into retrograde. There's some more often than others. I'm just gonna talk about the ones that are currently in retrograde, but I do advise you guys and we're going to do a segment on the natal charts. I'm just waiting for my birth certificate so I can be able to do it properly. But I suggest you guys do your natal chart and figure out which planets you were born under that was in retrograde, or your transits and stuff, and then that can tell you like how it affects you, because some of these retrogrades don't affect you guys. So it's, yeah, they don't, some of them don't affect you, but you don't know that. That's why you're watching C'est La Vie. So yeah, some of them hardly affects you, some of them affects you more than others. So yeah, but I suggest you guys do your natal charts and figure out what retrogrades you're born under. Degrees, like each fucking, okay, so each retrograde that I'm going to talk about, because I didn't write it down, so I'm going to just tell you guys, there's degrees. Degrees matter. Like, degrees are a thing. So, like, for instance, a retrograde for, I'm just going to say Pluto, it could start in fucking Aries at fucking 30 degrees and end in fucking Pisces at 15 degrees. So like degrees and shit kind of matters. So your natal chart will tell you all those degrees in which. So yeah, I just do your natal chart, figure out what retrogrades you're born under, and then go from there. Don't just assume that but yeah, you can. I don't know, whatever. Okay, so each planet has a theme. If you watch my first season, I explained each planet and how it's ruled by each day of the week, okay? If you don't remember, I'm gonna refresh your brain a little bit on the planets that are in retrograde, but if you haven't watched it, I need you to go back and watch the first season, because I really did say some interesting shit, and a lot of this information, because it all ties in, is gonna be a lot repetitive. So anyways, but yes, each planet has a theme. When that planet is in retrograde, moving slower than Earth, that those themes are said to be internalized, disrupted, or slowed down. Okay, so I'll give you an example when I get to this first one. So I guess I'm gonna talk about Pluto. Pluto isn't really a big deal, but it is in retrograde right now. So, and the retrograde for Pluto started May 4th and is gonna end October 13th or 14th of this year, and it's in Aquarius. It's in the constellation of Aquarius. So, meaning it's moving, you know how you guys have, like, for Sagittarius, we have constellations, like the stars and how they're placed. That's how the planet is moving in the constellation of Aquarius, okay? Got it, good. So, Pluto is in retrograde, and basically, I just put, it's dealing with, like, buried issues. So, Pluto isn't really a big deal because it's a very, very fucking slow planet and it's far, far away from the Earth. And I also read that it isn't really something that people deal with individually. It's more of a societal thing, like over time you growing. So yeah. But the main thing that I did put down that I kind of cared about, I guess, and if this isn't in your natal chart, it just really doesn't apply to you. Yeah, honestly, because you don't really feel it because it's over like your lifespan. Pluto is one of the planets that is in retrograde damn near 6 months out the year straight. It's not like Mercury, for instance, they go in retrograde about 3 or 4 times, Saturn a few times, but Pluto or Neptune, one of those planets, they're literally 6 months straight out the year. So that's not, it's like a gradual, like you wouldn't feel the change. It wouldn't be as sudden like a Mercury or a Saturn, unless it's probably part of your natal chart. So yeah, but dealing with buried issues, shit like that. Neptune is also in retrograde, something again that's not the hugest thing unless it's in your natal chart. It started July 4th. It's gonna end December 10th across Aries and into Pisces. I didn't write down none of the degrees because I didn't give a fuck that much. So if you guys are interested in the actual degrees, you guys can look that up yourself. It's really not hard. They're on all the astronomy websites. They have all the retrogrades. Okay. The Neptune retro, that brings confusion, creative fog. So I put it's a difference when it's in Aries versus Pisces. So in Pisces, it can blur your reality, heighten intuition, or provoke escapism. So like if you have in your natal chart, if the Neptune is in a Pisces in your natal chart, then this is most likely for you. Like I have a sister who's a Pisces, so this is probably something that she should look at because she's a fucking Pisces. But yeah, but again, Neptune and Pluto are the most like non-effective if it's not like in your chart. It's more slow acting over your lifespan. Okay. Saturn started, I like Saturn. You want to know why I like Saturn? Because first of all, I love it in my natal chart, but I am not sure about my natal chart because I don't know exactly the time of day I was born, Mom. But it's okay because I'm getting my birth certificate. But when I did think I know, I really loved Saturn when I was learning about like houses and, you know, the zodiacs and all of that. Because in the very, very beginning, I used to think Saturn was like the devil and everything, whatever. I was one of those 666 people too. I was, okay. But it's really not. And Saturn is just like, it's a very hard-working fucking planet. Like, I love Saturn. I love everything about Saturn. So, I might get that tattooed on me. I love Saturn. But anyways, so Saturn is in retrograde. It started July 13th and it's going to end November 27th. It starts in Aries and it's going to move into Pisces. So basically when Saturn is in retrograde, you are needing to reassess long-term goals, renegotiate expectation, invite restructuring your boundaries. So, okay, I'm going to give you an example of what I mean about how each planet has a theme. I didn't talk about Pluto or Neptune because those planets don't matter to me. But Saturn, Mercury is a big one. So Saturn is, in my first season, I explained how Saturn is ruled by Saturn represents time and agriculture. It's ruled over, what the fuck is the god for time? I forgot. I'm not gonna lie. But Saturn rules over your time and your agriculture and like boundaries and shit. So whenever Saturn is in retrograde, it's basically, I take it as to reassess that. Like, don't rush shit. It's okay to reevaluate things and to take your time. And just, so that's what I get out of it. Like for instance, with this podcast episode, right? We were supposed to film yesterday and I decided I didn't really want to. I really wasn't in the mood to do it. And I wasn't sure about the episode. So I was like, okay, Saturn is in retrograde. Let me just listen to it and not do it, not rush it. So that's like something that you should just take into consideration. It's just not, if you don't really feel like you should put something out or you really feel like you need to reevaluate like a time expectation, it's okay to do that. That's the whole point of Saturn being in retrograde, is for you to just reassess. Every planet that's in retrograde is for you to reassess what the theme is, basically. Okay, so yeah, Mercury, everybody loves the Mercury retrograde. So it started July 18th and it's going to end August 11th in Leo. So I want to just put out, I didn't put it here because I didn't care, but I do want to tell you guys that Mercury is in retrograde at least 3 or 4 times out the year, okay? So I don't want you guys to think like it's not like a big thing. It is a big thing, but it's not a big thing. I think why people are so into the Mercury retrograde is because we communicate through vocabulary, and Mercury is literally, that's the theme. See how everything just ties in together? So Mercury is ruled by the god of communication in Greek and Roman mythology, which is the motherfucker from, what's his name? Hermes or whatever. The god of fucking communication, the one I used to communicate with all. He used to talk to all the other gods. Like in the Greek one, he would give messages from Zeus to all the other gods. Like that's the god of communication. Mercury rules over that planet, over that. So basically, whenever you're dealing with Mercury, like this, when I was like super just annoying and into this shit, I wouldn't do anything on Wednesdays that, if it was in a retrograde, that had to do with like interviews or like anything that was like communicating wise. I would literally fucking wait, because if we were in retrograde, I would have fucking up. So it's just shit like that. But yeah, so I think people are mostly afraid of that because we do communicate with our mouth and vocabulary, and that can be misinterpreted a lot. Something you say may offend somebody and you may not even realize. So when Mercury's in retrograde, that's what it's telling you to reassess. Just watch how you talk to people. Double, triple check your text messages. Make sure your delivery is on point. Practice whatever the fuck. If you have any type of, if you're in school or you're working and you have any kind of presentation that you have to do, make sure you double, triple check your work. That's basically all it is. It's not, it doesn't, and it could be on a bigger scale, but that's just basically what it is. Just every planet that's in retrograde, you just need to reassess that thing. Basically what the fuck it is. It's pretty easy. And just knowing that you'll be okay. It's not a big deal. And you make mistakes. Like, you're not perfect. But the fact that you even care and you're trying is a big step. So that's pretty much it. So Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, and Mercury are all in retrograde. It's okay. Well, we're still gonna live. Neptune and Pluto aren't that effective unless it's in your natal chart. But Saturn and Mercury, they do affect us. Some more so than others, especially depending on the constellation it's in. But yeah, it's okay. And that's it. All right, so now we are getting into Shay's segment of Smoke and Mirrors, Loyalty and Sacrifices. So if you guys are reading along with us, then you guys should have read chapters 10 through 12. Okay, so let me just give y'all a little warm up. So basically, Leah's dead, right? Janessa did it. Lauren found out that Janessa did it, but Janessa's trying to frame, they tried to frame Vita and Janae. Janae's nigga is fucking Candace. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Why did it end up coming out that they figured out that it wasn't Vita and Janae?
Because Janessa ran into Kevin.
Oh, yeah. He cheated her dumb ass. So Janessa ran. So Kevin's fucked up. Kevin is Monica's ex, right? They have kids together. So Janessa ran. So Kevin ran into Janae and him first. And he's just drunk as hell, just miserable, just smart mouth, just mad at the world, hate everybody, rightfully, you know? So, and then later on in the book, Janessa runs into Kyle, and his dumb, irritating, stupid ass is basically trying to confess to a crime he didn't fucking commit. He's like, yeah, I just think I killed Monica. And so Janessa's like lit, like, damn, period. Like, I ain't gotta worry about shit. Like, hell yeah, you killed her ass. So Janessa was thinking, if you admit you killed Monica, then they'll pin Leah on you too. So she's lit, recording him like, hell yeah. You sure the fuck did kill Monica, and you're gonna kill Leah. You don't even know it. So she's all geek because she feels like she's out of the gray area. And she was telling her sister, like, bitch, we're good, because Lauren's just all messed up. She just couldn't believe that her sister killed Leah. Like, what is it? But you know, the reason why she killed Leah is because she accidentally told Leah that she's the one that had AIDS. And that's a big secret that she didn't want Leah to know. Basically, and then how Malik got it. So when she had told Leah that she's the one that had AIDS, she was pissed off. That's why she was killing her. So when Kevin was admitting to the whole Monica murder, then she was like, nigga, we finna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But it didn't work out that way because why? Was he cleared? Did he have an alibi?
Yeah, somebody had an alibi.
Yeah, Kevin ended up having an alibi, as well as Vida and Janae, because this is the second time that they were being accused of some shit or whatever. But like this time around, Janessa made it a big thing at Leah's repast, so it was like embarrassing. But they had alibis, so it was cool. But yeah, so while Janae was dealing with her nigga cheating on her, Janessa was getting arrested and Vida was getting fucked. She had some sex in these episodes, baby. She was talking about, I ain't even gonna talk about it. I need to read the book. I ain't even gonna bring it up. I ain't gonna bring up the scavenger hunt. Or the Dale and Vida situation. So, what would you do if you was Janessa and you accidentally told Leah you had AIDS? Like, would you go that deep into killing your best friend? Your sister's best friend?
No, not a murderer.
Yeah, killing is crazy.
First of all, I'm not goofy enough. Can't nobody get me that mad enough to blurt out my secret that I don't want to.
Exactly, right? I didn't get that either. Like, girl.
She probably was annoying the fuck out of her.
Yeah. I don't think I'm a murderer either.
And she probably told her too because, bitch, why are you blaming my sister? Like,
right.
She know in her heart that her sister didn't.
Yeah, I think, I don't think I'm a murderer. I can't see. First of all, I'm not snitching on myself. If I really don't want to tell you something, I'm not going to fucking tell you. But if I did, I can't fathom me doing that. But if I did, I'm not going to kill you. Like, I just think I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, I just feel like if I did it and it's out there, then it is what it is. I don't care. Like, it is what it is. Like, I would have to just deal with it. Like, I would never think to kill nobody, though. Like, that's too much work.
Do you think she could have went to jail for that?
For giving him AIDS? Did she know she had AIDS? She could have lied and said she didn't know. She found out later. No. Because no, I don't think so. She could have played that. She could have been like, he probably gave, I didn't know I had AIDS until after he died. And I knew he had AIDS. And, like, he gave it to me. Bitch, I would have been lying like a motherfucker. That, I don't know. That was crazy. Oh, and then the whole thing with Janae. So she ended up going home and she saw messages of Antonio texting Candace, the crazy client with the daughter that needs a fucking transfusion or something. And so she was cool though, and she ended up, like, she was upset because she saw a message of basically like they're fucking around. So she like ended up leaving to go. She was gonna go back to Minnesota, and she had forgot her wallet at the airport. She forgot her wallet, and she was already at the airport. So she went back to the house, and as soon as she pulled up, Antonio was getting his dick wet with Candace. Crazy work, diabolical. So now they're into it. She ended up spending the night at her best friend's house because she didn't feel like flying. And yeah, I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. But if I was Janae, I would have killed Candace. And him. It would have been something. I think I could do that. I think I could kill. Like that. I'm just picturing me in that scenario, and I would be really pissed. Like that, like, you couldn't even wait. Like, I'm fucking somebody up really bad. But she held her composure. She a real one. That bitch left her house. That's crazy. That's something you would do, huh, Shay?
Probably.
Mm-hmm. That's how we different. Mm-mm.
I don't know. But probably.
Jay, you would fucking leave. You would leave. You would think about all the things you could do, and then you will leave. And then call me, and then we'll go back. Bitch, I'm there. Fuck is you doing to my best friend? Yeah, I'm pulling up. So, boom. So, like I said, they were suspects, but then Janessa, so they saw that Janessa was getting arrested because Kevin, he was a suspect, but then he wasn't. He had an alibi, and then Janae and Vita also had alibis. I think Vita was with Dale, and Janae was somewhere at home. Or wait, no, she was with Neil or whatever, right? Yeah, she was with Neil and Elijah, so they both had fucking alibis, but they didn't know until they watched the news that Janessa was being arrested. Oh, they found the purse. So this is Janessa's stupid ass. So Janessa had, when she killed Leah, she had Leah's phone. So Lauren found the phone in the purse, right? Lauren found that Janessa had Leah's phone and shit in purse. So that's how she was able to figure out that Leah was the one that Janessa actually really killed Leah. So boom, Janessa was supposed to get rid of the shit, but she said she got rid of it. But where did you get rid of it at? Because, bitch, that's what the police was able to find. And that's how they were able to link Janessa to the murder. Because the police found her purse, and then her phone was somewhere, too. They found the phone.
And somebody from a dance studio.
Oh, yeah, and then one of the moms from the dance studio saw, weren't they arguing or something? So they was able to put her at the place of the murder, and she had her possessions. So all that's happening, and then they're at the hotel, and they end up seeing, and Janae ends up finding a bloody T-shirt of Monica's underneath one of the hotel beds. So that's pretty much how episode 12 ended. So now we're gonna go into 13 and 14, wondering what the fuck happened, who put the shirt there. Is it Vita? Like, what the fuck is going on? And how did Janessa really get caught? Because I was under the impression that she really got rid of the shit. Like, Shay literally put in the book that she got rid of it or was getting rid of it or something. So that's where my two big questions are for chapters 13 and 14. But we're almost done with the book. So this has been fun. We're going to start her second book next season. So, yeah. But I'm excited. We're going to get fucked up the next episode. Celebration. So that's it. So chapters 13 and 14, you guys. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this shit ends. So now we're on to the part of the podcast where I, a free spirit, tell. So this is the time where my girls, I'm just gonna mention Nini's name. I'm not gonna mention anybody else's, but it was a lot of us. So it was like 3 girls. I'm gonna call them Samantha. Then it was me and Nini. So I was dating this guy at the time. His name is Michael. And so like I was having sex with him and he was having sex with somebody else. This is what it is, right? And I thought he burnt me. Like I really did. And okay. So I have a little bit of a temper. And I just was convinced that he burnt me. But my results wasn't back yet. But I was just gonna assume because I just knew it. Like I knew it, y'all. I just fucking knew it. So I was pissed and upset. And so I'm like, we finna fuck up his stuff. So we ended up, and he didn't burn me. I had a yeast infection, but whatever. It is what it is. I thought I was burning, so I don't give a fuck. But anyway, so we ended up going to his house, and he stayed like in Brooklyn Center. And so we had all types of utensils. We had a hammer, we had knives. What else? Bitch, all right. We had a lot of shit. Like we was prepared. And Michael had like a truck. He loved his truck. He loved his car. And I was upset, you know. So we had it all played out. You remember we was playing our Up and Away? We was playing some Lil Wayne. We was like, it was so much fun. We was drunk. And we ended up parking like a block. Was it a block or 2?
I wasn't there.
It was like 2 blocks or maybe a block away from he stayed with his mom, so from his mom's house. So we walking up or whatever. It's like 6 of us. And I'm like, okay, y'all, each of us lined up. So one, like 2 Samanthas are on like one side of the car. I'm on another side. She's on one side. Nene was in the back. So I'm like, okay, y'all, on the count of 3. Because Michael's parking lot was like right next to his house. So I'm like, we got to do this shit in one powwow and dip because he's going to hear it. Like, he's going to hear it. So, yeah, so we counted down to 3. Somebody bust the tires. We all hit a window and we started running, right? Why the fuck did we all stop running? We like, fuck it. We cut because my eyes burning. We all stopped fucking running because we didn't realize how far we parked the car. So we all got tired, just fat as hell, just fuck it. I'm like, bitch, I'm caught. But he didn't catch us. So, yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. So I'm just gonna tell you this because I think it's kind of funny. So like, fast forward, okay, I found out. So I'm all like, da-da-da-da. So I found out that it was just yeast infection. So we back cool, whatever. And I end up telling him. Because the only reason why I really told him is because he thought it was my sister. And I was like, at the time, I'm like, no, like, it wasn't her. And I'm like, she wasn't even there, but she's loose screwy like how I used to be. So I could see how he thought it was her. But I'm like, it's not her. You don't do it, you know? So I was like, it was me. And he was so mad. But he was okay afterwards. Like, it was fine. But yeah, I had snitched on myself. You wasn't there, remember?
You're goofy for snitching on yourself.
I know. But yeah, so that's why I end up snitching on myself. But that was a lesson learned, you guys. So what I learned out of that is like, just don't be assuming things and whatever. Don't be fucking a guy that's fucking another girl because shit like that happens. Okay? I was young. I wasn't even 21 yet, so I didn't care. It happens. We as Shady should not be doing shit together by ourselves, bro. I think I'm realizing that. We don't know how to act. We have a couple of take to our grave stories that we can't say, but whatever. We're good girls. Okay. We are reaching the end of the podcast. This was fun. It was cute. We fought through it. But I do want to leave you guys with something. So nothing's really resonated with me. I ain't gonna lie. I've been asleep. I haven't really been like in my head. I guess that's a good thing. I haven't really been in my head, but I've actually been asleep, okay? But I did. So when I don't really feel like nothing resonates with me, I look up poetry from the philosopher / poet Rumi that I like, you guys. So I got a poem from him and I thought it was interesting. Life is a balance between holding on and letting go. And I think that's a good quote from Rumi, the philosopher, because that's literally what life is. And for me, I have a hard time letting things go. But I feel like once I do, it's like, damn, I was holding on for that shit. Holding on for, certain things for so long. And I think that's just what life is. Like, it's just knowing when it's time to let things go. Sometimes God kicks some fire up under your ass and be like, bitch, you're going to have to let it go or whatever. But that's just basically what life is. And that just resonated with, like, what I'm going through in totality. And I'm pretty sure it resonated with somebody else because it's literally what life is. About balance and letting things go and holding on to certain things and shit like that. That's it. That's all. This has been a great, fun episode, and I hate to see you guys go, but I'm loving to watch you guys leave because I am sleepy. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. And as always, I live for you and I love you. And never forget to stay lively.
'Cause time ain't real and real ain't time. Sitting crooked, talking straight while I tell my tea. It's just me and my peace.